Hello, YouTubers. This is my first post ever. I'm not usually the type to do this. However, at 41 and having gone through a lot of different forms of abuse and in the process of healing, I thought as I've got motivated when the passion strikes me to speak the words that are going through my head because the words are helping me to heal, and it's taken 41 years of it. I'm sure someone else could probably benefit from the same words and wisdom and passion that's running through at the moment. So I apologize that I'm in not the normal attire. But once again, my name is Ray. I've lived all over the country. I was born in 1978. I've experienced many different forms of abuse. And one thing I've learned is one of the forms of abusers I've experienced the most is narcissism. Narcissism is an epidemic. It's more broad than people think. Narcissistic people are wolves in sheep's clothing. And what I'm learning is to not be a sheep that's wise, but to also be a shepherd that helps other sheep to point out the wolf and to be able to recognize them before they fall into the trap and get eaten up. Another form that narcissists project, because they're projectors, they like to project false lives. You'll notice that a lot of narcissists on Facebook really project a happy family, church, things that you either enjoyed with them or you enjoyed with another narcissist. They project those things because they want to draw more people in or give people the false pretense that they live a certain way when deep down inside they are vile. They hate themselves. They have no morals, no self-passion at all. So the other form is what I call a mimic. They mimic their family, they mimic their friends, they mimic loved ones, and they take little bits of them. So when you're in a relationship with a narcissist at the beginning, they're going to mimic what you like. They're going to mimic everything to a point where you just feel like it's true love, that you are their supreme, you are finally with someone that gets you, and they're going to bring you to a point of comfort where you let down guards that you didn't even know you could. And once they start to feel that they have you and your guard is down, then they lower that mimicking phase to where they now start unleashing their true narcissistic self, which is controlling. They want to control your time, your money, your energy, your passions, until you are in such a fog and a haze you don't know who you are anymore. So when you try to reconnect back to you and you fight through it and you go, wait a minute, this isn't me. This isn't something I'd want to do, but I want to make that person happy. And so you're going back and forth and you're making yourself so tired physically, mentally, psychologically. That's where they got you. You're now questioning your own reasoning, who you are, and everything that you used to love to do. You don't know if you'd even like that anymore. So at that point, they start criticizing you, and you find that you're doing more and more to try to impress them, to get back in their good graces and their good light. It's never going to happen because that mimicker is basically like the mirror in Snow White. He told Maleficent everything she wanted to hear because she was so vain, but she hated herself and she was so jealous that she had to have a mirror that she could look into. But instead of looking at themselves, they're looking at another person, and that's that evil person inside of them, and it's telling them exactly what they want to hear, and that's all they want to hear. They're not going to listen to you. You could talk to your blue in the face. You could go to counseling. They're going to project to the counselor that it's your fault, that you're crazy, that you have a history of this. I mean, I have burns on my body, as you can see. That was during one of my attempts to leave my ex-narcissist. I was helping with something, and I was so in a rush and trying to make money to get away and leave the state that I lit a fire inappropriately, and it exploded in my face. Something I would have never have done before. So I just want to take this first video to really tell you where I'm going at with this. It's again not going to just be about narcissism. That's just one part of the abuse I've faced, but the most recent that I'm trying to heal from. But it's all intricate in the healing process because you'll find that a lot of people that are narcissistic victims are people that have had it in their life most, if not all of their life. They are also types to also be they have addictive personalities, because you're getting dopamine, you're getting things from that narcissist that gives you the rise of serotonin and things in your body that give you that up that you would normally get if you have been a past alcoholic or recreational drug user. You get highs and lows from these type of abusive people, these toxic people, and it kind of supplements your lack of drugs. And in some cases, when you're with that narc, because you're never going to have enough sex with them, you're going to never have enough times where they're filling that void, because being in a room with a narcissist alone is quite boring. They don't know how to be themselves, and if you're chill, it's just going to go nowhere. So narcissists tend to like to be on the run. They like to control what you're doing, where you're going. They like to party a lot. They like to drink, because then their walls come down as well. And that dark nature that they embrace so much is more acceptable because now they're intoxicated. They like to blame it on different types of alcohol when they get mean and such like that. However, you'll find that a narcissist is just mean anyways. The alcohol just helps to bring out that hidden factor and that hidden side of them that they like to hide so well. So it's kind of funny when they do that to themselves. They also like to do a lot of recreational drugs because they're trying to fill their own void when you're not. So what they'll do is they'll have that bending where they have those benders. And then they'll also have those moments on their way home where they like to meet up with individuals that they're getting the rise of being with someone new physically. Now, don't get me wrong. They love you in their way. They like you being in their bed. They find comfort in someone they know and understand and that understands them, so that person thinks they understand them. But there's certain people that fill that void that that person at home isn't. And that would be either a quick sexual, experience, or it could be someone that they've gone to for years that fill that dark side that only that person sees, because they're also dark as well. So wolves they do run in packs. They do. And if you look on Facebook all the time, you'll see some people project themselves as wolves. Or they refer to their family, which isn't always family. It could be their extended family of also wolves who run together, because these are society type people. And again, they're never going to change. The only thing that's going to change is you, if you want to change yourself. So that's part of what was going through my head, and I hope this has helped some people. I'm going to probably start doing this more because it's going to help with my healing process. Right now I'm in the bonding trauma and healing phase. I've got a counselor and therapist and psychiatrist set up. Jameson's going to be going as well. This is Jameson, my son. And new life, new beginning, and it's never too late, and you're worth it. Your children are worth it. And if you're unhappy, and every time you doubt yourself when you've left that person, remember this. What you miss and what you're missing is the dopamine loss. It's withdrawals. It's a form of addiction, healing. You're healing from what you were addicted to with that person. And you're also having to learn you again. And you're not getting that rise from that fake person that you used to get. So you're going to have to find ways in yourself to build yourself up. Something you should do anyways, because once you build yourself up, no one's going to bring you down. So you should be your number one person that you always build up, that you always feel the best about, that you're always going to love, so that in the future, when you get around a toxic individual, whether they're a narcissist, a sociopath, any form of it, you will better spot them out, and they also can't suck you and reel you in, because at that point, you're so comfortable with yourself and your own skin, and you're so in that spot that you were intended in life. They're not even going to be interested in trying to draw you in, because you're not bait for them. That's not what they want. They want someone that has that potential, has that beauty, has that self-nature, but hasn't learned that yet. So what they'll do is they'll feed through someone that is so wonderful and so empathic and so giving, and they expenditure it. They suck it dry until that person is so lost, and then they can come and go as they please. They'll stay around long enough until the feed is gone. They'll leave. They'll go with someone else, and they'll come back. It's a cycle that never ends, and it never stops, and it never will. And the only way to fully start healing from it is to completely cut them off in every way, completely cut their family off, block them from all social media, use social media at a limited point. And what I've found, you don't have to just do that annoying self-motivational stuff. Meditating's huge. Not even that, just being alone in a room, thinking on your own, thinking for yourself, starting to think independently, building yourself back up again slowly. You can listen to, I would suggest listening to people like me that are actually in the process of it themselves. Someone that can actually probably have you reach out to them and ask questions, and they can ask questions to you. And it's a learning process. So you definitely want to reach out to someone that's not just trained psychologically in this, but also someone that's actually gone through it themselves, because that's the only person that's going to fully relate to you, especially if you're having so many struggles with doubting yourself and missing that toxic nature you have become addicted to. So, peace out, peace, love, and freedom. And I hope you enjoyed this. And again, this is not my nature. This is where I've been brought to in life. And this is where, if I can spend 1 minute of this video making someone think twice about doubting themselves or what's inside of them or what they were made for, then I'm finally feeling my purpose that those other people took away from me. Spending all my energy and time on trying to fix them and make them beautiful, I could now spend it on people that need my help, that are like me, that are empathic, that want to help people, so that we could spread the word and start spreading, paying it forward in a positive nature, not just in gestures, but in mentality. Paying it forward in the beauty of us, ourselves, the beauty of thyself, and making everyone feel that no one can tear them down. Everyone is worth it. And there's no one on earth that has any right to make you ever feel any other way. So have a great day and take care. Bye.